Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we'll be testing out new characters that just came out. Some are really old characters, but some are really new exciting characters such as Wanderer and Arataki Itto, Faruzan and GYRO. I didn't actually play Young Faye because I thought she was released in December 15, 2021, so I didn't actually thought I know Arataki Itto was also formed in was also launched in December 15, 2021, but let's get to Wanderer first. So from what I've seen, Wanderer is really good, a DPS, main DPS character, which can really give a lot of what can I say, damage, as well as you can see from Wanderer here. For Wanderer, I have been seeing a lot of mixed reviews, and so many people are going for the banner, so many people are not going for this character. So I'm not really sure whether I personally should go for it, but from what I've seen in fight, it's really resourceful in fight, and if you don't have a Venti or a Sucrose, this character would play out really well. So yeah, so let's get into this gameplay. One of the key features of this character is that it can leap into the air while giving much more elemental damage, which is actually animal damage. And yeah, I think that's really good feature, because basically you can avoid a lot of damage from enemies, and yeah, I feel like it would really become really resourceful when we are in a fight and stuff. So yeah. When we get to the weapon for Wanderer, which is actually Catalyst, and the most ideal one is considered to be Too Late to Lance Remembrance, which actually gives a crit damage of 40%. When we get to the artifact, the most ideal one is said to be Desert Pavilion Chronicle, which actually gives an animal damage bonus of 15%. For preset, when charged attacks hit opponents, the equipping character's normal speed attack will increase by 10%, while the plunging attack damage will increase by 40% for 15 seconds, which I think that's actually a great substat for a character like this. And then we come to constellations, and the first C1 constellation is when the wind favored state, the attack speed of Wanderer is increased by 10%, which actually gives us such a good bonus. And in C2, when in wind favored state, the 5 ceremony plays will see its damage increased by 4%, which I feel like it's pretty decent. And in C3, it increases the level of 5 ceremonies placed by 3. And in C4, when casting Hanega's Song of the Wind, should the passive talent Jade Claim Flower be triggered, and the character will gain a buff correspondent to the contacted elemental types. And when in C5, it increases the level of Hanega's Song of the Wind by another 3. And now let's check out the talents, which is actually even more interesting. And the first one, which is the normal attack, Yuban Megan. So the normal attack performs up to 3 attacks using wind blades, dealing animal damage, and the charged attack consumes a certain amount of stamina, gathering up to build up a high wind pressure that deals animal damage. Then we come to the second talent, which is Hanega's Song of Wind, and this actually concentrates the character to actually leap into the air, dealing animal damage as well as entering into a state of wind favored. Plunging attacks, however, cannot be performed during a wind favored state, as obviously that would make the character much more unstable as well as broken. As in for the next talent, the 5 ceremonial plays deals animal damage to multiple enemies, and the next talent is actually a passive talent, which if Hanega's Song of the Wind comes into contact with Hydro or Pyro or Cryo or Electric, when it unleashes the instance of, in cases of Hydro, Kugoryoku point cap increases by 20, Pyro attack increases by 30%, Cryo Crit rate increases about 20%, and Electro, the normal and charged attack hits an opponent and 0.8 energy will be restored. Now we get into the next talent, which is Glades of Reverie, which is also a passive talent, in which the Wanderer hits the opponents with Kugo in his wind favored state. He has a 16% chance to obtain the descent effect the next time the Wanderer accelerates in mid-air while in instance of wind favored state. This effect will be removed and this acceleration instance will not consume any Kugo Yoku points, and he will fire off 4 wind arrows that will deem 35% of attack as anima damage. And the last talent is actually Strum of the Swirling Wind, which is actually a passive talent which Mora expanded when the ascending bows and catalysts are decreased by 50%. The next character we're gonna try out is Arataki Itto, who is a 5-star Geo Claymore user, best used in DPS roles as main DPS due to his excellent attack and defense stats. In order to increase his effectiveness, we can aim to increase his defense, which will increase his damage also. This character actually came out in December 14, 2021, and these are some of the clips that I managed to collect.
Can't catch me! Who wants some of this?
And with that, we'll be diving into comparing Arataki Itto's stats. So let's get into the stats menu, and this is what there is. So basically this guy has a lot of damage, and this guy is cooking up a lot of damage, and the most ideal weapon here is Red Horn Stone Thresher, which has an 80% of crit damage and a base attack of 475. Now getting to the artifacts, the most ideal one is the Husk of Opulent Dreams, which gives a 30% increase in defense, so that's actually gold, guys. Now when we come to talents, the first one is Fight Club Legend, by which the Itto performs up to 4 consecutive strikes, and when the second and fourth strikes land, the Itto will retain 1 and 2 stacks of superlative super strength. When holding to perform a charged attack, Itto unleashes a series of Arataki Kesagiri / consuming 1 stack of superlative super strength instead of stamina. Second talent, which indeed is a combat talent, which hurls Ushi, a young Akushi bull, which deals geo damage to the opponents as well as helps Itto in regaining 1 stack of superlative super strength. Third talent, which is the ult, which in turn increases the normal attack speed as well as the attack on basis of his defense. It also decreases Itto's elemental and physical rest by 20%. Fourth talent is a passive talent by which, when using Arataki Kesagiri, each slash increases attack speed by 10% up to a max attack speed of 30%. The fifth talent is another passive talent by which the Arataki Kesagiri damage is increased by 35% of his defense. The sixth talent is another passive talent by which they have an additional 25% to obtain another additional log from another tree. From the stats here, it is clear for this character to have a high defense as well as high crit damage. That's pretty much gonna be it for Arataki Itto. And let's hop into the next character, which is Farazan. To be honest, this is a very exciting character, and is a 4-star Anima bow user, best used in support roles to DPS characters. Her elemental skill can crowd control enemies and group them together, which allows other characters to deal constant damage. She is also considered one of the best Anima supports in the game. Now let's dive into some of the clips.
We'll see about that. Too late for regrets. Truth repeats its course. Dare to mess with me? Gears of the storm. We'll see about that. Too late for regrets. We'll see about that. Truth repeats its course. With me? Have fun with this gift. Huh? Eat this! We'll see about that.
Can't fool me!
As from the stats, it is clear that the major focuses other than crit rate and crit damage is energy recharge. The most ideal bow for Faruzan is the Favonius War Bow, which gives a massive energy recharge of 55% and a base attack of 400. Now we hop into artifacts, and the most effective ones are Gladiator's Finale, in which a 2-piece set provides an increase in attack by 18%, and Viridescent Venerer, in which a 2-piece set provides an animal damage bonus by 15%. Now we hop into constellations of Faruzan and C1. Faruzan can fire off 2 hurricane arrows using a charged aim shots while under the effect of single manifest gale created by wind realms of Nasjin. In C2, the duration of dazzling polyhedron created by wind's secret ways is increased by 6 seconds. In C3, increases the level of wind realm of Nasjin by 3. In C4, vortex created by pressurized collapse will restore energy to Faruzan on basis of number of opponents she hits. In C5, increases the level of wind's secret ways by another 3. And last, in C6, characters affected by wind's secret ways get a boost of 40% crit damage when they deal armor damage to enemies. Now, as of talents, the first one is a combat talent by which it performs up to 4 consecutive attacks, and charged attack performs a precise aim shot that deals animal damage. The second talent is a combat talent by which the Faruzan deploys a polyhedron that deals animal damage, as well as a charged aim shot will be a hurricane arrow as she enters manifest gale state. The next talent is the ultimate by which the Faruzan deploys a dazzling polyhedron that unleashes a whirlwind pulse that deals animal damage. The fourth talent is a passive talent by which when the Faruzan is in a manifest gale state, amount of time taken to charge a shot is decreased by 60%. The fifth talent is another passive talent by which when the character is affected by wind's secret ways deals animal damage using charged, normal, plunging, or elemental bursts, they will gain a hurricane guard effect. This damage will be increased based off 32% of Faruzan's base attack. The next one is also another passive talent by which gains 25% more rewards when dispatched on a Sumeru expedition for 20 hours. So that'll be it for Faruzan, guys, and the next character we'll be looking at is GYRO. GYRO is a 4-star Geo bow wielder, best used in support roles. This is rather a unique combination as there aren't too many characters that use bow and Geo in the game. Now let's see GYRO in action, guys. It is pretty clear from the gameplay that GYRO can be used much more better in support roles rather than in DPS roles. Pretty much like any other bow user, GYRO relies much upon the energy recharge that it requires. Favonia's Warbow is considered to be one of the best weapons for GYRO as it has a massive energy recharge stat of 55% as well as a base attack of 400. One of the most ideal artifacts for GYRO is the Husk of Opulent Dreams, in which a 2-piece set provides a defense stat of 30%. Now we head towards Constellations and C1 when the characters within GYRO's General War banner deals geo damage to enemies and decreases CD of GYRO's Inuzuki all-round defense by 2 seconds. In C2, the duration of General's Glory is extended by 1 second when the active character obtains Elemental Shard from Crystallized Reaction. In C3, the level of Inuzaka all-round defense is increased by 3. And in C4, when General's Glory is in an impregnable state, it will also heal active characters by a percentage of 50 of GYRO's defense every 1.5 seconds. Now in C5, increases the level of Juga forward onto victory by 3. Lastly, in C6, for 12 seconds after using Inuzaka all-round defense or Juga forward on to victory, increases crit rate for all nearby character. Now we dive right into the talents, and the first one is a combat talent by which it performs 4 consecutive shots with a bow and a charged aim shot that will cause geo damage. The second talent is another combat talent by which it deals geo damage and sets up General's War banner, which provides 3 buffs as in Standing Firm, which gives defense bonus, Impregnable gives increased resistance, Crunch gives geo bonus. The third talent is the ultimate by which the GYRO deals geo damage and creates a field known as General's Glory. The fourth talent is a passive talent by which, after using Juga's forward on to victory, all nearby party members' defense are increased by 25% for 12 seconds. The fifth talent is when GYRO receives a damage bonus such as in Inuzaka all-round defense, skill damage increased by 156% of defense, and in Juga forward on to victory, skill damage and crystal collapse damage is increased by 15% of the defense. And lastly, in 6th talent, GYRO displays the locations of nearby resources unique to Inazuma in minimap. And guys, that'll be the end of this video. I hope this video has been helpful in any ways. So if you guys made it this far into the video, do like, share and subscribe to my channel. Do comment down your favorite character, it would really help the video too. And guys, do feel free to correct me in case I made some mistakes, because this is the first time I'm making these kinds of videos. So that'll be all for this video. Raider gang, we out, let's go.